What's up everyone, this is CyberKnight 8610, and today we're going to talk about the new Qliphort cards that were revealed. Of course, they had a lot of new support in this set, so we have, I think, 4 cards to talk about for this video that were revealed today, so let's go on ahead and get to them. And the first card we have for this video is Qliphort Access. It is an Earth Machine Pendulum monster, level 7. It has the scale of 9 on both sides, and it has an 800 attack, 1000 defense. Its pendulum effect is you can only special summon Quill monsters. This effect cannot be negated. All monsters your opponent controls lose 300 attack. For its monster effect, it has, you can normal summon this card without tributing. If this card is normal summon without tributing, or is special summon, its level becomes 4, and its original attack becomes 1800. If this card is normal summoner set, it is unaffected by activated effects from any monster whose original level rank is lower than this card's current level. When this card is tribute summoned, if your opponent has more monsters in the graveyard than you do, you gain life points equal to the difference times 300, also inflict the same amount of damage to your opponent. So Qliphorts get another terrifying card. Anyway, the pendulum effect is just that you can only switch summon Qli monsters, and the effect cannot be negated, and then also all monsters your opponent controls lose 300 attack, which is pretty annoying. The monster effect is what's really terrifying about this card, because whenever it is tribute summoned, you can, if your opponent has more monster graveyard than you do, you gain life points equal to the difference times 300, and your opponent also loses that amount. So it has like a burn damage effect, a healing effect kind of in there too, and then also it reminds me kind of a Fusilier Dragon or like Beast King Barbaros, because it's able to just be normal summoned too. Even, and it will make its level go down to 4, and then have 1800 attack then. But I guess then you could go with, like, if you wanted to use Skill Drain or something with that, then you would get the original attack back. So, again, another terrifying card for Qliphort. So what more can I say? With that burn damage, healing effect and everything too, it's going to be a new annoying card for them. After that, we have Qliphort Assembler. This is an Earth Machine Pendulum monster, also a normal Pendulum monster on that. Let's see, level 5, it has the scale of 1 on both sides, 2400 attack, 1000 defense, and its Pendulum effect is that you cannot special summon monsters except Qli monsters. This effect cannot be negated. During your end phase, if this card was tribute summoned this turn, you can draw a number of cards equal to the number of Qli monsters you tributed for tribute summons this turn. Also, for the monster effects, since normal monster, it just, has like the computer code thing like all the Qliphort monsters have, so you guys can read it on the video. I don't think it would make much sense if I actually read that part out. There's not really much to say about this card. It's basically just a draw engine for Qliphorts. For each monster that was tributed for a tribute summon, you are able to draw a card. So it's a way for Qliphort players to replenish their hands after they've used up a lot of their monsters and stuff. Again, not really much to say after that. It's a very powerful card for them, though, and one that's going to be pretty scary in itself. I mean, just being able to replenish hands and go for more plays is something that's going to help them out a lot. Next up, we have Apqliphort Kernel. As an Earth Machine, level 9, 2900 attack, 2500 defense monster, with the effect of it cannot be special summon, requires 3 Qli monsters to normal summon or set. If this card is normal summon or set, it is unaffected by spell trap cards effects and by activated effects from any monster whose original level rank is lower than this card's current level. Once per turn, you can target one monster your opponent controls, take control of that monster till the end phase. So another Apoqliphort monster. Yeah, I was kind of surprised they actually made another one after a killer, or towers now, I guess is the name for it. I was wondering if they would make more of these or what they were going to do, because they basically made a god card for them anyway by giving them towers, so it's kind of weird to see another one like that. But I guess if they get one more, they'll have their own set of god cards, have their own 3. Anyway, yeah, it's kind of like towers in that it takes 3 monsters to tribute for it, or 3 Qli monsters, really, to be more specific. And then, of course, that it has the effect that spawn trap cards effects can't hurt it, and that monsters whose level is lower than this card, which is level 9, won't be able to hurt it either. Also, it has sort of like a big eye change of heart mind control sort of effect in a way, because you're able to take control of one of your opponent's monsters until the end phase. So then I guess you could, tribute it, XC with it, whatever you wanted to do on that, or even just attack with that monster, because it's not saying that you can't. So it has some pretty good effects on it, but honestly, if someone's going to run this, they would probably just run towers instead of it. And I don't think many of the Qliphort builds even run towers, so I think people are in the clear on this. I know a lot of people were worried when they saw this card, and also another thing is that Trishula can't get over towers, but it can get over this card. So that'd be another reason that person would rather, if they're going to run one of them, they're going to more than likely go for towers instead for that reason. And by Trishula too, I mean the Necros one. Either one, technically, but since, the Synchro is banned, I mainly mean the Necros Ritual Monster, because it does have the same effect as its Synchro counterpart. But yeah, it's a cool card and all, but again, if you're going to run one of them, you're going to go for towers. And the last card we have for this video is Re-Qliphort. It is a continuous trap card, and its effect is when a level 4 or lower monster is normal summon or flip summon, negate their effects till the end of this turn. When a level 5 or higher monster is special summon, negate their effects till the end of this turn, but banish them when they leave the field. If you do not control another Qli card, send this card to the graveyard. So this card is basically a themed skill drain, I guess, for the archetype. It is a way for level 4 or lower monsters, when they're normal summon or flip summon, of course you negate their effects till the end of the turn, and then level 5s, the same thing happens, but then whenever they leave the field, they're banished instead. So that's pretty scary in itself, and then also you have to have another Qli card on the field, or this card just goes graveyard, so it can't be the only one on the field. So like I said, it's basically like a themed skill drain for them in a way, and this can hurt a lot of different decks out there. I mean, it goes without saying on that. So again, another very strong card for Qliphorts. I mean, there's not really much else to say. It's, like I said, it's kind of like their own skill drain. So what do you guys think about these new Qliphort cards that were revealed today? Do you like them, not like them? Especially when I hear from the Qliphort players that they plan to use some of these new cards or not. They probably won't want to use the new Apoqliphort, but you know, if they're going to use one, I still say Towers is probably the best of the ones to use. And yeah, tell me what you guys think on these. Of course, thank you for watching. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. And of course, I will catch you guys later. See ya.